Do you know what? I've been desperate to speak to you lot, yeah? I've been desperate to pod. Not even to talk about Arsenal or Man United, but for one reason. My colleague, Ryan, I'm going to big up Ryan. Big up Ryan for me, please, guys. Mr. Ryan and Dala, yeah?
Big up Ryan,
Ryan is going to have his whole section right now. Now, Ryan is a very proud Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
He's a flipping Muppet. That's what he is. He's a flipping Muppet. No. Do you know what? I'll give my kudos. I give my flowers to Ryan. He knows what he's talking about. He is very clued up. I've asked him several times to come on the show. He's promised he's going to make an appearance for us. So we will get him on the show sooner rather than later. But the boy knows what he's talking about. Or should I say the man, knows what he's talking about. My bad. I tend to do that too much. He made a fantastic point a couple of weeks back, actually, and I've been desperate to bring it into the show. He started ranting and raving about Chelsea. Now, I'm a Man United fan. I'm like, what the hell you got to rant and rave about, bro? Your clubs run well, all right, despite Abramovich. They got new owners now. But the clubs run well. They buy well. The scout system's good. Even the loanee system's good. They buy good players. They challenge for the top. They win trophies. What they got to moan about? Do you know what he said to me? He goes, "It's not good enough, Chris." I went, "What?" He said, "It's not good enough." What is this? He said, "What is this?" I'm sorry. And here's his words. He goes, "I'm sorry. Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Werner, they're good, but they're not good enough."
Hudson-Odoi is disappeared, boy.
But Hudson-Odoi is disappeared. He said they're good, but they're not good enough. They said these are young, upcoming talents that haven't hit the heights. They're not good enough. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Premier League. I'm sick of us failing every week. I'm sick of us not doing the best. What's the Premier League turning into? The Scottish League. What's this? What he goes, it's turning into the Scottish League. Like Rangers and Celtic is Liverpool and Manchester City.
Do you want me to be
honest? He
honest?
says Chelsea should be challenging, but they're so far off. And you know what? I looked at the table and I said, my guy is not telling. Look, Chelsea are on 66 points. Liverpool are on 82 points and 83 points. Boy, that is the Scottish Premier League, isn't it?
Yeah, but one thing
is the Scottish League.
Do you want me to be honest with you? I feel that
it can't be the Scottish League because there isn't a Chelsea, there isn't an Arsenal, there isn't a Leicester, there isn't a. Come on.
No, but his point is, sorry, sir. There's two teams that are running away with it season after season now.
Would you want to be honest with you?
He's right.
No, I get where he's coming from, but I feel that, especially in this era, we've been blessed with probably the two best teams in the world right now.
Chris, they are the two. They've been the two best teams for the past 3-4 seasons, like in the world.
Hey, so I feel like
by Real Madrid.
Yeah, I feel that where Ryan's coming from, that's a person of frustration because let's be honest, Chelsea have invested into their squad in order to.
They have. He thinks that Chelsea should be up there, and to be fair, they are the current Champions League winners.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Another thing is, I think it boils down to actually keeping a squad of players and actually building on that. I feel like with Chelsea, as soon as it doesn't work, they get someone to replace it. Then you have to kind of play to that person's qualities. Then as soon as that doesn't work, you have to get another person into it. Then they have to kind of play into that person's qualities, that player's qualities. And I feel that Chelsea have a great squad. Do they have a great team? No. Have a great squad? Not a great team. I feel that when you look at Man City and you look at Liverpool, especially Liverpool, those are great teams.
Now, Sim, I agree, but you are agreeing with Ryan.
No, I agree with him, but I'm trying to say it's like, for instance, don't want to bring it here. It's like Arsenal and Man United. Can we really be pissed off that we're not challenging for the league? Honestly.
I think Man United should be because of the money that we spent.
Okay. You should be. Should Arsenal?
No, because you've been run badly and so have Man United.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
we've been run bad, but we've also spent £1 billion in 30 years.
100%. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's because you've been run badly. That's why we spent £1 billion. Does that make sense?
In that way, we're worse than you. In that way.
So with Chelsea for the past, let's say, 5 seasons, they haven't been ran badly.
Well, currently you are worse than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, in every way, actually, in every way.
You are
The
worse
only,
but what I'm trying to say with Chelsea, you can't really say that because it's like investment. It's been there.
players,
It's been there.
trophies.
Management, bit shaky, but that's down to the owner.
Look, I get where he's coming from, right? And at first, when he started talking and he went, "I'm sick of it," I went,
Chris,
spoiled
can
brat.
I
You
ask
spoiled
him
brat.
one
What are you
question?
talking
When
about?
you see him,
Yeah,
100 million on Lukaku, bro.
Bro,
That's what I'm
literally.
saying.
Look,
Hey, listen.
Can I even say something here? I hear what he's saying, but I don't really agree with him, bro. Who beat Man City last year in the Champions League final?
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, literally.
It was Chelsea.
Look. This is an example,
Lukaku
boys.
just hasn't worked this season.
Listen,
Yeah,
lads.
but you know what? They're gonna
We're
get
long in the tooth.
and probably spend another 100 million on a striker. That's what I'm trying
No,
to
they've
say.
got new owners now.
Who's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
Who's gonna beat City and Liverpool right now?
I
In the
can't-
world.
Well,
In the
I
world.
can't see anyone.
I can't see anyone. They are head and
I think the
shoulders above
closest
everyone.
teams that can
So
is
that
probably
just throws
Chelsea.
his argument.
It's probably Chelsea.
No, you lot are missing the point. You're missing the point.
No, he's trying to say they should be as good as Man City and Liverpool. But
No,
why?
he's saying
Why
that
should they?
he's saying Chelsea aren't good enough, which is true.
But I think that's down to them recruiting the wrong players. That's them to not having a great.
Hold on. Why does it matter what it's down to? It's
Why does
down
it
to the
matter?
fact that their toilets
Okay,
are crap.
yes.
It doesn't
Why
matter. The fact is, his point was, and you lot have just backed up his point. That's what I'm trying to say. You lot have just backed him up, right? As a Chelsea fan, he's talking, and the first thing I'm thinking is, you sport brat. What are you talking about? You've had everything. However, his standards are so high as a Chelsea fan. Let's be honest. He's 24, 25. All he's known for pretty much most of his life is Chelsea winning.
Yes.
Let's be honest. So his standards are so high.
Now, that's a very important factor that you
No,
put
but
in there. His age.
Puz, listen. Us three are long in the
Because
tooth.
they was a
We
Tim Pot
remember
club
they weren't a
before
team before
the gangster
2004.
bought them.
We know. However, listen, we're long in the tooth.
Yeah.
The success of our teams was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? So we know, okay? What his point is, how Chelsea is, what they are as a team, they are used to winning. Okay?
Yeah.
They have been a successful team in the last decade on many different fronts. Okay? However, Liverpool and Manchester City in the last 4 or 5 years have taken a step up. They are now dominating. And what he's saying is he's sick of it. He's sick of it. Because I personally see a similar pattern. I don't see, oh, everyone's gone.
No, I'm here.
It's only me on the screen.
Go on.
It's only me on the screen. All right,
No,
cool.
that's
I'm
not
just
good.
gonna carry on.
Go on, Chris.
So Manchester City and Liverpool, the way I see it, the way Liverpool recruit, the way they've got Luis Diaz, Thiago's playing out of his skin. They might lose 1 or 2 players, but next season they're going to be strong again. Manchester City, same again. They look like they're getting Erling Haaland. They're probably going to get a.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
There he is.
Chelsea have been in the same position as City, yeah? But there's a big difference, and you might disagree with me on this. There's a big difference between Chelsea and City. Pep. That's it.
I agree. I agree with Paz.
Like a lot of commentators have even said it this week. Pep has made every single player that's come to City better.
Yeah.
Tuchel can't do that. You can see
Except
with
Mendy.
Lukaku.
No, I agree with Paz.
Sorry,
It's
I
like
had to
Klopp.
say
That's
that.
what I said. I said,
No.
now, Chris,
Bro,
remember what I said?
So yeah, but you lot are still agreeing with Ryan.
No, Chris, my whole point is what Ryan's saying, I can partly agree with him. But what I'm trying to say there, remember what I said? I said we're probably experiences probably the 2 greatest teams in the world right now. We're probably the 2 best managers in the world right now.
Agreed.
So you've got to understand, if you're combining those things together, you are going to achieve greatness. Chelsea have bought their success. So all they know is buying success. Soon as this doesn't work out for that one manager, you know what they do? They get rid of him.
Okay. So why shouldn't Ryan expect his team to be competing for top honors as well?
No, Ryan should. But the honest truth is, with those two managers in the league right now, I don't think they will. They'll be challenging.
Okay.
They'll be challenging.
So now you're making a different point. What you're saying is they should be. So Ryan's point is the same. Ryan is frustrated. He's not frustrated because he believes and thinks that his team should be challenging with the way they are and how they are as a club. Why? Because that's the bar. And we should have the same aspirations. The difference is we can be realistic and say Arsenal and Manchester United are nowhere near Liverpool, Manchester City. Nowhere near. We are both about 4 or 5 years away from that level. However, is that what we should be aiming for? Is that the bar? In other words, hear me out. You might call it stupid because the realistic thing to be aiming for is probably top 4, right? Arsenal at the start of the season, this season, or last season, or even next season, same with Manchester United, should be aiming for top 4. That's a realistic target. However, what is also a factual statement? This is a factual statement. If you want to win the Premier League, if you want to win the Champions League, you probably have to be better or the same as Manchester City and Liverpool. Yeah. That is a factual statement. So that's the bar.
Yeah.
That's the bar. And as fans of big clubs, should we not be aiming for the bar?
Okay.
Okay. Whether we get the bar or not
Chris,
is a different point. Chris, but that's Ryan's point.
Aiming for that bar. You just said
that's the bar.
I've just listened to everything you've just said. Man United have spent £1 billion to aim for that bar.
Yep. And we got nowhere near it.
Nowhere near it. So now you're going to try a different way by getting a person that can coach the actual entire squad.
Yeah, we're ripping up that. We're ripping it up, man. We're doing some big things. We're doing some big things.
The house, you're gutting around the house, and you say, you know what? We're going to start from scratch.
Yep.
Imagine that works out plus the money you lot generate. You lot will be up there.
Hopefully.
Arsenal,
yeah.
I can't say that because we are a self-sustained run club. We do not spend like Man United. We do not spend like Chelsea. We probably spend like Liverpool, but Liverpool's financial team or their directors, they're very good and shrewd businessmen. They know how to create deals, yeah?
Paz, back me up on this. Sorry, Sim, just to interrupt you there. I don't know if Chelsea will be spending like they were before because big man's not there no more. Paz, back me up on that.
That's done. That's
Chris,
done.
That's Chris, done. But no, they won't, but they have enough assets to sustain that for another 5 years.
They do. We touched on that a couple of videos ago.
I don't think so, you know.
No, bro. They're carrying me.
Let them come in. Puz, come in with that point. Sorry, Sim. I'll let you carry on in a sec. Puz, come in with that just quickly. What you think Chelsea's power is dwindled now and they can't keep it up?
Bro, it's done. Don't forget they was in debt to Abramovich here, first of all, for 1.5 billion. I don't think they have the P's like that.
Yeah, but
fair enough they have a youth system, but their youth system, yeah.
No, but Puz,
like,
I swear.
Let's actually be real about their youth system.
No, okay, I get you, but what I'm trying to say, they have enough assets in their team in order to sustain that spending power. Remember,
I don't think they do, you know.
Okay.
Who can they sell for 90 mil right now?
No, wait. With Chelsea, yeah, how many players away are there from kind of matching Man City squad, man for man? Let's be realistic.
Man for man, I say like 5.
Man for man, I think 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
The thing is, I forgot to mention something. Ryan also, Ryan's a big topic. Ryan made another point about, he was saying about Pulisic, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi not good enough, yeah? Because he said these are the sorts of attacking players, inverted wingers, wide players, whatever, that should be getting you 15 to 20 goals.
Yeah.
Like Sane, like Son, like Salah, like Phil Foden, like Grealish. Grealish maybe not so much, but Riyad Mahrez definitely, which is again an example of the bar. Liverpool and Manchester City have those players. They have those players that will get you goals. They have those players like a Luis Diaz or a Virgil van Dijk that will keep the goals out. Okay, that's why they are why they are. I agree with Ryan. I was shocked, but his point is valid. He's frustrated because he can see the bar is high and they're not there, which is causing him frustration.
What I'm trying to say is, how long is Salah going to continue this run? How long is Mane going to continue this run? How long is
at the moment they're at the peak of their powers, man. I don't see them slowing down for at least maybe 2 seasons. Look at Ronaldo, man.
And you know what's mad? You know what's mad? They got Jota. They got Diaz.
Yeah,
they got Diaz, and that's what I'm trying to say. They are such a well-run club. But however, wait, when we finish this, I'm gonna what's it when you mix it up?
Spanner in the
Throw
works.
Spanner in the works, cat amongst the pigeons. Yeah, I've got one. Anyway, let's carry on this point. Sorry, Sim, go on.
Yeah, my whole point is we are, as I said, we are witnessing probably 2 of the greatest squads. Yeah. Look, since
and
Pep,
2 of the best managers.
That's what I'm trying to say. Since Pep and Guardiola,
I actually prefer Klopp.
That's what I'm saying. Since Pep and Klopp have come to the Premier League, they've accumulated all the points they've accumulated. It's only 1 point. There's only 1 point difference between the 2 managers. So you are looking at the 2 best. That's what I'm trying to say. So if he's trying to compare his manager to that, he's laughing. He's laughing. I'm not gonna lie. He's laughing.
That's a valid point, Sim, and I take it. And it's almost a different point. It's Ryan, you need to calm down and not and be more realistic, because you can't compare to those 2. They're too good. That's what you're saying.
Bar high because of the players he has. Let's be honest. Okay, let's be honest. The players he has, yeah, really and truly, let's work it out. They're in the right position. They're the 3rd best team in the Premier League right now, yeah? Currently. And what I'm trying to say is, right now, if you compare Chelsea squad to Liverpool squad, what squad is better? Player for player.
I think the first 15 players in Liverpool are better, but then depth-wise, Chelsea's got more.
That's what I'm trying to say. That boils down to the manager. That boils down to see your first 15. Okay, your first 15, we all know, has to be spectacular or good. But after that, 15,
on paper, there's not much to them. Like Reece James, Trent.
I take
Van Dijk, Rudiger.
This is what I'm trying. It's not much, but what I'm trying to say, when it goes to the bench, if you look at Chelsea's bench, only this season Liverpool's bench is a bit better.
Let me ask you two before I drop my pigeon. Let me ask you a different question then. Do you think that Ryan has a right to be frustrated?
No.
Puz?
No.
No.
Because you think that Chelsea can't compete with Liverpool and City?
See, this is why.
Or do you think Ryan's just being spoiled?
With hindsight, at the start of the season, after they won the Champions League, we actually thought, okay, they might do something. But
100,
judging by how the season,
remember, Plus said Chelsea are going to be up there at the beginning of the season.
I never bought him.
I put him in my fantasy team. Yes, I did.
Yeah, Plus said they will be up there.
So I don't understand why you guys disagree with this point.
No, my whole point is, the funniest thing is they've got £100 million striker on the bench, and they're gonna probably go and get £100 million striker this summer. So it's like, okay, you're gonna get £100 million striker, and you're gonna say if he does well, that's what we was missing. You just blimmin' spent 100 million last season.
Look, man, you lot
Chris?
are right, but you're not disproving what he's saying. Is what I'm saying. Like you lot are basically saying is Ryan, you need to calm down because your team has spent money, your team has done bits. You just don't have the right manager, and you just don't have as good of players. So then he's gonna say no, you're right. The manager's not good enough. The players aren't good enough. So you should just need to calm down. So Ryan's gonna say, exactly. Why aren't they good enough? I want a manager as good as them. I want players as good as them. I want to be competing. I'm frustrated unless I'm competing. Chelsea should be competing. That's why I'm frustrated. And you lot aren't disproving him. His point is valid. And if we go back 5 years, 10 years for Arsenal, but 5 years for Manchester United, I'd say when Jose Mourinho was there, not that Jose Mourinho made us in any way special, but he finished second in the league. It was horrible football.
Yeah.
But we kind of, even though Ollie finished second, I don't really count it because there were no fans. I don't count it because there were no fans. It was stupid. Liverpool had too many injuries. No. I personally think Chelsea had a transfer ban and had Frank Lampard. Liverpool had mad injuries. So those two teams were just not competing, right? Arsenal was still in the wilderness. You lot still had Ozil on the books, yeah? So finishing second, having 32 games unbeaten away from home, there's no fans in the ground, mate. Like, you know what I mean? I don't count it. But when we won the Europa League and Jose Mourinho finished second, he said that was his biggest achievement. I would argue since then, Liverpool and City have dominated. And my point is this. If that's the bar, should we all not be frustrated then? Or should we all just sit back and go, do you know what? Them two are just too good. I'll tell you what. Let's forget about first and second, yeah, because them two are too good. You know, just leave them up there. Leave them to chill. Let them fight it out. That's cool. I'm sorry, bro. When it was Arsenal and Man United, Chelsea were pissed. Liverpool were pissed.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say, Chris, every team has their day. Every team has their 5 or 10 year run, yeah? As you said, when it was Man United and Arsenal, Liverpool was nowhere to be seen.
Neither was City.
Where Arsenal,
neither was Chelsea, really.
They was just struggling just to get into. They was just happy to get into Champions League or get into Europa football. However, what I'm trying to say is that we are going through a
European Cup back then.
That's what I'm trying to say. We're going through a transition. Yeah, we're going through a whole new rebuild, especially you lot right now. And I think the thing is, I feel like Liverpool and Man City have already got their structure, but know what they do? They add additions that help that structure to improve. So it might not be a player.
Again. I agree with you, Sim. That's why they're that good. I agree. You and Puz have made about 8 points as to why City, you've talked about the managers, the recruitment, the players, you have all made points as to why City and Liverpool are that good. I agree with you. They are the best. Puz, I agree with you. They are the best. But that's why I'm pissed. Because if that's the best, that's where I want to be. I want to be up there. And you can't tell me, Chris, you can't tell me, Chris, you need to calm down,
sometimes you have to accept reality, though, man.
Yeah, man. See my friend Puz?
Like it is what it is.
All right, cool.
Like, you ain't gonna have a pep. You ain't gonna have a pep.
So accepting. No, you're right, Puz. So this is what you know. You lot know me. You lot know me that I'm not gonna say that my team should be winning the league.
But you ain't getting it.
Come on. Yeah, you get it. I thought you were a Xavi fan, Puz.
I think Xavi's gonna do.
Yeah, there's just a silent
No, Xavi's done well for what he can.
Yeah.
Puz, let me ask you a question, actually.